Today, we're going to talk about the most dangerous type of meat, a silent culprit behind strokes and heart attacks. What's even more concerning is that most people have a simple but deeply misleading belief about this food. But before we call out the main offender, I want you to understand one critical truth. For decades, a single idea has shaped how we eat. Red meat is the enemy of heart health because it's full of cholesterol and saturated fat. We were told to eat white meat, like chicken and fish, instead, thinking they were completely safe choices. However, when you look at the facts, this argument falls apart. If you compare fresh, unprocessed meats, you'll find their cholesterol and fat levels are surprisingly similar. A 3.5-ounce serving of beef, pork, or chicken each has about 80 milligrams of cholesterol. Their ratio of saturated fat to monounsaturated fat, the good kind you find in olive oil, is also nearly the same. So blaming red meat based on these numbers is an oversimplification. Modern nutrition science has also shown that for most people, the cholesterol you eat has very little effect on the cholesterol levels in your blood. Your body actually makes its own cholesterol and adjusts production as needed. The real threat isn't eating an egg or a steak. It's when the bad LDL cholesterol, already in your bloodstream, becomes oxidized. This oxidized cholesterol is what starts the buildup of plaque in your arteries, making them hard and narrow and leading to heart attacks and strokes. This leads to the most important question. If it's not the cholesterol in meat, what in our modern diet is causing this dangerous inflammation and oxidation? The answer lies in a problem the food industry rarely mentions: a serious imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. This is the real culprit behind the epidemic of heart disease. When you get a cut, your body has a short-term inflammatory response. The skin swells, turns red, and feels warm. This is a normal and necessary part of healing. However, chronic inflammation is a silent, long-term process that goes on for years inside your body. Think of it as a fire that's slowly smoldering inside your arteries, day and night. This slow burn gradually damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels, known as the endothelium. This happens because our modern diet is overloaded with omega-6 fatty acids, mainly from industrial vegetable oils like soybean and corn oil, and, most importantly, from the meat of animals fed a diet of grains. Omega-6 themselves are not bad. The problem is the ratio. Scientists believe our ancestors ate a diet with an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of about 4:1, or even 1:1. Today, the modern industrial diet has pushed that ratio to a shocking 15:1 or even higher than 20:1. This means we are constantly feeding the fire of chronic inflammation inside our bodies, never giving it a chance to cool down. This inflammatory fire sets off a chain reaction that can ultimately lead to a heart attack or stroke. The initial injury. The smooth lining of the artery, which should be slick and smooth, is damaged by this chronic inflammation. This creates tiny cracks and rough patches on the surface. Bad cholesterol gets in and is oxidized. With this protective barrier damaged, LDL, bad cholesterol particles, can easily slip into the artery wall. Once inside this inflammatory environment, they are quickly oxidized, which makes them toxic and turns them into a true enemy inside your body. Plaque begins to form. Your body's immune system sees the oxidized cholesterol as an invader and sends white blood cells, called macrophages, to clean it up. But after these cells eat the toxic cholesterol, they become overloaded and turn into foam cells. These foam cells pile up and form the core of a plaque. This is what's known as atherosclerosis. The plaque ruptures. Over time, this plaque can grow and become unstable. The constant inflammation weakens the cap covering it. If this cap breaks open, the fatty, toxic core spills out into your bloodstream. A blood clot forms and causes a blockage. Your body treats the rupture like a wound and immediately forms a blood clot to patch it. But this blood clot is what causes the final disaster. If the clot is big enough to block blood flow to the heart, it causes a heart attack. If it travels to the brain and blocks an artery there, it causes an ischemic stroke, which accounts for 87% of all strokes. Of course, when we talk about chronic inflammation, there's another major player: high blood pressure. It is the #1 risk factor for stroke. But what is a primary driver of high blood pressure? It's the huge supply of sodium in our modern diet, which comes mainly from industrially processed meats. This creates a perfect storm of disease, where our food not only causes inflammation from the inside, but also creates pressure from the outside, working together to destroy your cardiovascular system. Beef has been at the center of the nutrition debate for decades. It has been wrongly blamed without any real distinction being made. The truth is, there are two completely different kinds of beef, and they have opposite effects on your heart health. First, there is grass-fed beef. As the name says, grass-fed cattle are raised on their natural diet, grass. Grass and other pasture plants are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. When a cow eats this food, those healthy fats are stored in its meat and fat. The result is an ideal fat profile. The ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 in grass-fed beef is between 2:1 and 4:1. This is an incredibly balanced ratio that doesn't cause inflammation. In fact, it can help your body manage inflammation better. On top of that, grass-fed beef also contains a significant amount of conjugated linoleic acid, another type of fat that has been shown to have anti-inflammatory and heart protective properties. When raised the way nature intended, beef isn't the enemy. On the contrary, it's a healthy source of protein and beneficial fats that helps build a strong, resilient cardiovascular system. Second, there is factory-farmed beef. Now let's look at the kind of beef that makes up over 95% of what's sold in stores. This beef comes from cattle raised in concentrated animal feeding operations, CAFOs, or what we call factory farms. These animals are kept in crowded spaces and are rapidly fattened up on a completely unnatural diet, grains, mostly corn and soy. Unlike grass, corn and soy are packed with omega-6 fatty acids and have very little omega-3. When a cow eats this kind of feed, the fat composition of its meat is changed dramatically. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio skyrockets to between 15:1 and 20:1. Every bite of factory-farmed beef you eat is loading your body with inflammatory fuel. It directly promotes the chronic inflammation that creates the perfect environment for clogged arteries, which we discussed earlier. This is the kind of red meat that contributes to the heart disease epidemic. Third, let's talk about pork. Pork suffers the same fate as beef. The health difference between a pasture-raised pig and a factory-farmed pig is just as stark. Pasture-raised pigs are allowed to roam, root in the dirt, and eat a varied diet of plants, roots, and insects. This natural diet gives their meat a more balanced omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Factory-farmed pigs, like cattle, are confined and fed cheap grains. Their meat, as a result, is also very high in omega-6s, making it another pro-inflammatory food. Next is chicken. For many people, this is the most shocking part. For years, chicken, especially chicken breast, has been praised as the ultimate health food, the top choice for diets and protecting your heart. The truth is the complete opposite. A chicken that lives as nature intended spends its days scratching for worms, eating insects, and pecking at grass. This natural diet provides it with diverse nutrients, giving its meat and eggs a much better fatty acid profile. However, the industrial chicken is the most efficient meat-producing machine, and it also creates one of the most inflammatory types of meat. These chickens are packed into tight cages and eat only one thing, day after day: industrial grain feed rich in omega-6s. The result is a nutritional disaster. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio in factory-farmed chicken can be as high as 20:1, or even worse. This ratio isn't just bad, it's one of the worst of all meats, in many cases even more inflammatory than factory-farmed beef. Eating industrial chicken breast every day, hoping to protect your heart, may be doing the exact opposite. You are consuming one of the most inflammatory meats on the market, directly contributing to the damage in your arteries. And finally, fish. Not all fish are created equal. Fish is often seen as the exception, the hero, because of its omega-3 content. This is true, but it's only half the story. Just like with land animals, where the fish comes from changes everything. Wild-caught fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and herring eat algae and smaller sea organisms. These food sources are incredibly rich in omega-3 fatty acids. This is why wild fish is our best and most powerful source of omega-3s. In these fish, omega-3s far outweigh the omega-6s. This ratio isn't just balanced, it is actively anti-inflammatory, helping to lower blood pressure, reduce triglycerides, and protect the brain from degenerative diseases. But farm-raised fish is a different story. What are farm-raised salmon and other farmed fish fed? The answer might surprise you. Industrial food pellets made from corn, soy, and vegetable oils. This is the same inflammatory diet we see in factory-farmed cattle and chickens. As a result, while the meat of farmed fish still has omega-3s, it also contains a much higher amount of omega-6s than wild-caught fish. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio in farmed salmon can be as poor as 1:1 or even 2:1. While that's still better than factory-farmed land animals, its heart protective power has been seriously weakened. Before we get to the most important part of this video, if you're finding this information helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. There is one type of food that is even more dangerous than factory-farmed meat. It's what happens when humans take this already bad meat and improve it in a factory. I'm talking about processed meats. To maximize profits, the processed food industry uses the cheapest ingredients available. That means they start with meat from the factory farms we've already discussed. They begin with a product that is already an omega-6 time bomb, a powerful source of inflammation. Then, instead of making it better, the process only makes it worse by adding cheap industrial vegetable oils, which drives the omega-6 content even higher. And to preserve the meat and create flavor, manufacturers pump it full of harmful substances. 1. Nitrates and nitrites. These preservatives, once in your body, can turn into cancer-causing compounds and increase oxidative stress, further damaging the delicate lining of your arteries. 2. Sodium. This is the main preservative and flavor enhancer. A huge amount of salt is added, which is a direct cause of water retention and high blood pressure, the #1 risk factor for stroke. 3. Sugar and sweeteners. These are often added to balance the saltiness and make the product more addictive, contributing to insulin resistance and more inflammation. 4. Other additives and chemicals. A long list of flavor enhancers, fillers, and other preservatives are used, and we don't know their long-term effects on our bodies. These are the familiar foods found in the shopping carts and daily meals of millions of families. Hot dogs, deli meats, ham, sausages, bacon, chicken nuggets, and canned meats. So basically, we have two big groups here. We have the naturally raised group, which I've colored green here because they are all relatively healthy, and you can eat a variety of these as your foundation. If you can afford these foods and you cook them at home, that's what you want to aim for. But the question becomes, what are they going to use for processed meats, and what are you going to find in restaurants? And with very, very few exceptions, restaurants will use these mass-produced, factory-farmed animals, and so will most processed meats. So there are exceptions, and I recommend that when you can, if you can afford it and if it's available, do what you can to find restaurants that serve grass-fed meat and wild-caught fish. And if you're going to eat processed meats, you should look for the same things: grass-fed, wild-caught, with fewer additives, and so on. I almost have to laugh when I look at this list and think about where we started. The old idea that red meat is bad and chicken is good. And here we have a situation where, in my opinion, based on what I've just shown you, it's the complete opposite. By some strange miracle and billions of advertising dollars, there are fast food restaurants, and you know which ones I'm talking about, that have basically turned factory-farmed CAFO chicken into some kind of health food. I can't tell you enough reasons to stay away from it. I mean, eat it once in a blue moon if there is absolutely nothing else, but it is not a health food and not something you want to eat regularly. So here we have the good and the bad, but we were also supposed to talk about the worst. And I think you're starting to see now that the problem isn't the type of meat, but what's been done to it. It comes down to where did it come from, what did it eat, how did it live, how did we raise it, And then, what did we do to it after that? After it was raised, what are we doing to it now? Are we adding a bunch of things like artificial flavors and artificial colors? We add sugar and high fructose corn syrup? We add preservatives and additives with all these different acronyms and abbreviations? There are hundreds of them. We add modified food starch. We add soy protein isolate, binders, and fillers until there's barely any meat left in it. So let me give you a couple of examples, like chicken nuggets. You think you're feeding your kids chicken? Well, first of all, it's the worst kind of chicken, the CAFO chicken we talked about. But it can often be less than 50% actual chicken meat. The rest is chemicals. So as you can see, the worst type of meat isn't red meat. It's factory-farmed meat that has been turned into a chemistry experiment. Don't miss our upcoming videos where we share the early warning signs of stroke and heart attack along with simple but effective prevention strategies. Heart health starts with the right knowledge.